Hello everyone, welcome to Heated Conversations. I'm CMS with CMS. This is a show where the sauce is hot and the questions turn up the heat. Today I'm joined by Mr. Evan Wollen. Evan is a graduate of Amherst College. He's currently the Assistant Director for Claremont McKenna College's Sponsored Internships and Experiences Program, better known as SIE.
And it shall be known for the rest of this as SIE.
Okay, SIE. Fair enough. In addition to that, he's also the head coach of the perennial top 5 2018 national champion runner-up 5C women's rugby team.
Actually, director of women's rugby.
He is the director of perennial top 5 2018 national champion runner-up 5C women's rugby team.
I apologize. It usually comes with a scepter, but I didn't bring that today. I decided to leave it in its carrying case.
Go Foxes.
Go Foxes.
For 22 years, he served as a field artillery officer in the U.S. Army before retiring in 2016. Evan also trained as an academic World War I historian at the United States Military Academy and deputy director of the U.S. Army's Combat Studies Institute. A native of the great state of New Jersey.
Better believe it.
Evan is a veteran.
Exit 169 off the Parkway.
Let us know if you guys
everybody know 169.
Yeah. Meet him there, I guess. Yeah. Evan is a veteran of Operation Iraqi Freedom and is also a World Rugby licensed rugby educator. Did I get that one right?
Number 1369.
If you guys are taking notes at home, you guys have all the information you need, right?
It's perfect.
Evan's job on active duty was the 35th professor of military science at Claremont McKenna College. Evan is also an avid New York Giants fan.
He is.
And
New York football.
The New York football Giants, that's right. And he spends his free time when he's not doing all those other amazing things, hanging out with his best friend, the Australian Shepherd, Blitz.
Yep.
Welcome, Evan.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me, Chris.
Do you know how this show goes? Do you know?
Absolutely no idea. I can't sure I didn't do anything. I understand we eat these across.
That's right.
Left to right.
Yep.
I think they explain what we got to do. So.
Yeah. Okay. Just sauce and wings and hanging out. Go through some questions. Have a good time.
I love it.
All right. Here we go. So we'll start off with number 1. My right, your left. Frank's
hot sauce.
Frank's red.
I make a pretty good chicken ranch dip with Frank's hot sauce.
You should. So we should have been told this before. We could have it had the dip on the.
Well, no, yeah.
Maybe we don't want to mix it. Okay, that's fair.
You don't really want to make cross streams like Ghostbusters.
Okay, maybe we'll get a picture of the wings, of the sauce in there after. Here we go.
Yeah.
Question number 1. Let me toss your wings there in the trash bin. Like the military has a way of keeping up your fitness. I mean, it's almost a necessity.
Trying.
Yeah. How, now that you're post-military, how do you find ways to stay active now in your everyday life?
That's a great question. I hadn't even thought of that. It's difficult to maintain what you do in the Army.
Right.
Because you have PT, physical training, 3 or 4 times a week. And it's really difficult to maintain that. The Army actually will carve out time in your day to do that. So you have to do that for yourself. I've gained about 8 pounds since I left active duty.
Probably pure muscle.
Oh yeah, sure it was. I also suffered an injury right before I left active duty. I hurt my knee, so that kept me off of running, and probably off of running for a while.
Yeah.
So it's elliptical. You see me in here for 45 minutes.
Yep.
And then chasing the rugby players at practice, keeping them in line.
Yeah.
And they are a tough bunch.
I can imagine so.
A fast bunch.
Yeah.
But it's a challenge we run into all the time.
Yeah.
Anytime you either leave an athletic sport or leave something like that.
Yeah.
It really isn't that easy.
It's not. You were saying the Army carves out time in your day, and employers don't really do that.
Yeah.
They have tea times in other places. We should probably just have a break for physical activity.
That would be great. Actually, you've done a great. The 5:15 rec classes in the afternoon. That's perfect.
Hey, thanks.
If
try.
people work here and get off at 5.
No.
I would attend more of them, except we have practice.
Yeah.
At 5.
Yeah.
So
you're still doing something though out there.
I'm still doing something. Trying.
Very good. Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. Louisiana hot sauce.
I also tried to make the same dip with the hot sauce. And it was a little
not the same.
It was a little off. There's some melding between the Frank's hot sauce and the ranch.
Well, the Frank's got different consistency.
It does.
And this is just really just liquid.
Yeah.
Salty liquid. Here we go. You know, we don't judge people on their eating, but I gotta say, so far, Tu Wing is the best eater we've got here.
That's evidence of a misspent youth.
No, not at all. You're attacking the wing. I feel like I gotta keep up. It's good. Okay.
Not a competition. You said that before I walked on. Not a competition.
It's not a competition, you're right. Okay. Talked a little about SIE earlier.
Yep.
And as the director of SIE, how important do you think it is for the students to be involved in this experience, and especially if it gives them an opportunity to, you know, maybe travel when they wouldn't have the opportunity before?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great experience, especially for students at a small liberal arts college like Claremont McKenna is, to get a little experience out in the quote-unquote real world.
Right.
May not be the real world, but it's something different.
Yeah.
It really utilizes their summer. CMC's got great resources set aside for them to do that. Last year we funded 425 students.
Nice.
That is, by the way, considering the fact that incoming freshmen aren't eligible, graduating seniors are alumni by that point, so they're not eligible either. We funded about 45% of the student body.
That's awesome.
That did something. We had a student who worked for I like to call it it's like an Uber for mopeds in Kampala, Uganda. They got a beautiful orange vest and hats.
Nice.
They got a website, it's called Safe Boda, all the way doing scientific research. We have the Apple Fellowship, where if you're a first year and you want to do a writing project, you get linked up with a professor in the literature department and you go out and produce a written work.
That's awesome.
And we fund that. I mean, we funded students with $1.8 million last year. Average award around $4,000. Yeah, it's a pretty special program.
That's an awesome program.
It's a pretty good program. It's a reason to come to Claremont.
Yeah, the Fresno State University did not have that.
No.
No.
Well, you had other things.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Grass.
Grass.
Cows.
A V on the back of the helmet.
Yeah, exactly, Valley.
Yeah.
Very good. Number 3, pineapple habanero here. So switching off.
I'm a little bit scared of the pineapple habanero.
No. It's you know, it's not red. It's a nice switch up.
Nice
It's like a change up. Here we go.
No, that is a switch up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a man who puts pineapple on my pizza, but we'll go for this.
Yeah, this is good. Question number 3.
Uh-oh.
Rugby. Rugby is not, you know, compared to our Power 5, not a very popular U.S. sport. So what sparked your interest to, you know, and get you propelled into being involved in it?
So when I went to Amherst College, I was actually, in high school, I was the shortest high school goalkeeper in soccer my year. And I went to Amherst and I looked and they had 3 really good goalkeepers.
Uh-huh.
And I said, wow, I am not going to make this team.
Not going to work
I'm
out.
not even going to try out. And so I had an older brother who went to Amherst in front of me, who played rugby for a year.
Uh-huh.
And I looked, found out where the team practiced. And then the great thing about rugby is there's a position for every body type.
Okay.
Right? If you're tall and fast, there's a position for you. If you're tall and stocky, there's a position for you. If you're just got great hands and can kick, there's a position for you.
Yeah.
If you're short with no neck and stocky,
There's a position.
there's a position for you.
Nice.
And so that was a position I played. That may shock you. That was
Oh,
my position.
Wouldn't have
So
guessed.
when I graduated from Amherst, when I joined the Army, every Army post had a team.
Oh,
And so
awesome.
I would literally, you know, you move about every 2 or 3 years in the Army, I would come into a place and they'd be like, and someone would see me in
Yeah.
processing the unit, and all of a sudden I'd get like, there's no email back then, but people would be like, hey, you practice is at 6:30. I could pretty much tell what practice where I just look out and you find the athletics
Yeah.
center. And, you know, it's Tuesday, Thursday, 6 o'clock. That's like 90% of practices in the Army.
Uh-huh.
And it was a great time.
That's
Did
awesome.
that for 10 years, then retired, and then started coaching.
That is awesome.
It's great. Again, if I was going to give a recommendation to people, it doesn't have to be rugby. It can be whatever you want.
Uh-huh.
But maintain an interest in some sort of sport that you did. It's really as valuable as you go forward.
Yeah.
I played tennis in high school as well. Not as well as Erica did, but I did play.
Hall of Famer.
Well, that's easy for me to say that. I mean, I don't have to feel bad about saying it.
Yeah.
And then I play every Wednesday down the CMS courts.
Wow. Look at
It's
that.
a ball.
I'm not doing any advertising. Just listen to the man. He's a living example of it.
This story was completely unscripted.
I know. No.
Like,
Yeah. Lifelong fitness.
yeah.
Very good. On to number 4 here. Another switch up. You know, Los Calientes.
That doesn't sound good.
Green.
For it. Oh, it's green?
Yeah. You're right.
Green is in color or green in?
Yeah. Going back to touching on rugby a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you describe the uniqueness and maybe the complexities, if there are any, associated with coaching a 5C team?
What is it? 3 colleges.
3 colleges, 2 mascots,
2 mascots, 1 spirit.
Yes.
Just add 5 colleges, 2 sports programs.
Yeah.
3 multiple mascots.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of complexity to it, but it's also really unique in that I have Harvey Mudd players who are solid engineers. I've got Scripps players who major in French literature. I have CNC players who are majoring in economics. I've got Pitzer players who are majoring in biology.
Yeah.
My only Pomona who's declared a major is an econ major. That's really valuable and strengthens through the diversity of the 5 Cs on one team. If you notice in all my write-ups, I mentioned all 5 colleges.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Which sometimes it means someone gets highlighted above others.
That's like, I mean, it's a 5T team.
It's a 5C team.
Yeah.
And it would be great if we could use the color scheme of one of the 2 sports programs or have the mascot, but you lose something with that.
Yeah.
So having Navy and Scarlet and being the Foxes, that's something special.
Yeah.
I'll sometimes tell the players something special about being a Claremont Fox, and it's true. Now it does mean when we go to tournaments, we're referred to as the Claremont College.
Yes. Yeah.
So you try to add the S and try to like and reinforce that, but that never really works.
Yeah, I gotta say, when I came here, I think knowing that Claremont is a unique place and having, for me, CMS at 3 Cs, and then they're like, okay, we would do club sports too, and it's 5 C, and I'm just like, okay, so what is the mascot? And they're like, well, the rugby team's the Foxes, and then you have the Stag Hens is the basketball team, and there's just all these different names, and I'm just like, okay. I was like, this is going to take some time, but we're going to figure it out. And then now is your time, and my time here, it's your own unique thing, and
it is.
It works.
And when the boys rebranded from Dragons to Lions without telling me, it's just like,
they want to keep you on your toes.
They did.
Here we go. This is number 5, the Fiery Fool.
Oh yeah, 5.
We're
Fiery Fool.
Yeah, we're almost there, pretty much. He's right into it.
Fiery.
Mm-hmm. But it's got the clown on it, so.
I'm foolish. You okay?
Yeah, that's great. You previously had a stint as an instructor at West Point.
I did.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever get a chance to go to the Army-Navy football game? And if you did, what was that like?
I did, actually. So I have an uncle who went to the United States Military Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd actually been to 1 or 2 Army-Navy games in high school.
Oh, okay.
And I got to go to Army-Navy in Philadelphia. We lost to Navy my 3 years. I was an instructor there. It wasn't my fault.
It was not your fault.
The women's rugby team beat Navy those 3 years.
Did your job.
I did my job. Well, my players did my job.
Yeah,
I didn't kick the ball. I didn't tackle anybody.
You led them.
And I gotta say, Army Navy is special.
Mm.
There's a lot of pageantry, a lot of tradition that goes into it. And it's also extremely cold because it's Philadelphia in December.
Yeah.
And so one thing they don't tell you is the cadets are wearing dress socks and their feet are usually fairly cold.
Yeah, after that, it's done deal.
Yeah.
That's not ideal.
No, it's not ideal.
That's awesome.
So,
any type of comparison to Army-Navy football and similarities, rivalry-wise, between that and like CMS, Pomona, Pitzer?
Well, CMS and Pitzer is an impressive rivalry. I mean, the 6th Street Trophy is awesome. Like, the fact that you dress in your own locker room, you get to walk
down the street,
down. I mean, again, as an Amherst graduate, Amherst-Williams is a huge rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
In Amherst-Williams rugby, if you lose the match, you have to hand your jersey to your opposing number.
That is unique.
It is the only sporting event I know where the Amherst fans are all in Williams jerseys.
Yeah.
All the Williams fans are in Amherst jerseys, and they're all cheering at each other.
That is awesome.
It's a good rivalry.
Dang.
And a good tradition.
I'm getting educated here, and I love it. I love it. Here we go.
It's not just the wings either.
Yeah, no.
How you feeling? That last one was a step up.
It was.
That was an inside fastball.
Yeah, it was.
Not that I know what one of those guys is.
Well, now we're on to, I've been to Buffalo Wild Wings.
I have.
Mango habanero. Might not know what this one tastes like.
I think I'm familiar with it.
Okay, wing number 6 then.
Number 6.
Here we go. So in preparation for this awesome interview here, we did a little social media diving.
Oh, no.
No, it's looking for pictures, maybe something we can draw on.
I was told there'd be no pictures of it.
Someone lied. We found a good one, I thought. So I got this picture here, and maybe explain to us what this moment was all about and how that whole thing came to be such an awesome photo.
That is an awesome photo. So there was the Foxes team of, let's see here, Becca's there.
I got my bot and everything. Yeah,
so that's got to be 2016. So we have a end of season banquet.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see my assistant coach at the time, Aaliyah Kate, in the upper left. And those are the Foxes.
Yeah.
Maybe 2015. I'm trying to think. Corinne is in there, and I can't remember if she came back for that because she graduated, I think, in 2015. But sometimes you just have to have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Especially when you look like you have a huge sense of humor and you're a happy-go-lucky guy.
Uh-huh.
You don't look very serious at all, like I do. Sometimes you have to show the human side, especially to your players.
Yeah, I like it.
So that's the picture.
That's a great one.
I'd forgotten that picture.
Like
Thanks a lot, guys.
So
Whoever found that is in trouble. Right?
I'll tell the people in charge they did a good job.
Yeah, they did a great job. They should probably be doing research for military intelligence. I don't know.
Very good. All right, we're on to number 7 here.
What's number 7?
This one that they call, I'm gonna put this on the side for you. The Mad Dog 357.
So
Yeah.
I had another number associated with Mad Dog, but I'm just going to leave that in there.
This is the anniversary edition, so like I said, we switched it up a little bit between
Switched
us.
it up a little bit.
So this is my first time having this one on the wing. So when you walk around campus, you always see you with headphones on.
The headphones on.
Yeah, I mean you're just on a mission. You're mobbing. You got the headphones on. I think you came here with the headphones on.
I did. They were right around that.
Yeah. What are you playing in those things? What is the music and or not music of choice?
Generally podcasts.
Okay.
So I listen to a rugby podcast, actually 3 or 4 rugby podcasts,
Nice.
either about rugby coaching or about rugby in Europe.
Nice.
That last one's pretty good though.
357.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
pretty
got a
pretty hard.
little pop.
It's a little bit more than a pop.
Yeah. Again, progressively, right?
Yeah, it does. It does. Ooh, very nice. I listen to a few politics podcasts.
Okay.
Variety degree. There's a Pick Six podcast,
I'm interested in that. Brian.
NFL,
Uh-huh.
CBS Sports, Wilbur and Sons. Pretty good. And that's every day. The Des Miller option is also pretty funny. Des
Okay.
Miller, old comedian that probably you guys don't know who he is.
You're not. But again, I'm learning here.
Wow, that was really hot.
That was not.
I'm not going to make the next. No.
You're doing great. Here we go. Number.
Are you curious? I actually.
Yeah, I think the stories and learning so much about you is really just it's hitting me right in the heart. So that's what it is.
The BS flag.
Number 8, the bomb. As an expert on World War I, we thought we'd throw some trivia at you.
All right, let me put on my. All right.
Yeah, you ready for this?
Yep.
What ultra-long-range gun was developed by the Germans during World War I?
We're going for the Big Bertha.
That is not the name we're going for.
The 420.
Paris gun.
Yeah,
Yeah, that old Paris gun. That's all right.
Yeah, Paris got. There's one of them. Yeah, that's right.
You have time to recover here.
Probably not after that. Being an artillery officer, done.
Which was the first of the Central Powers to sign an armistice?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I'd probably go with the Austria. Let me see. Let me go with the Central. I'll go with the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
Bulgaria?
Well, that's not really a central power. I mean, that's a central country,
Yeah.
not really a power.
I'll tell the producers that they're not.
Yeah, they're in trouble. they tell them they got to come take military history.
That's fair. What treaty marked the end of World War I?
Well, you could probably argue that the Treaty of Versailles set up World War II.
Mm-hmm.
But the Treaty of Versailles is technically what you would consider
Bingo.
World War I.
In total, how many countries were involved in World War I?
Like all of them except for like Brazil.
Get to throw a number at that.
Like 110.
I took my answer. I think it is 32.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is still a lot.
Well, maybe we're still including Bulgaria in that.
The people in charge will come take your call. The bomb, by the way, is not
Is
spicy.
it okay for that?
Yeah. You have backup napkins? Or... Oh, man. What a time to be alive. You good? Wing number 9. Buffalo Wild Wings. We're going back to B-dubs. Blazing hot sauce. Let's get it.
Let's do it. Mother always said there'd be days like this.
How difficult was it to transition out of the military life to civilian life, and maybe talking in the terms of like routine and schedule to meet your own routine and all that whole thing.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, I was a little more lucky than a lot of people. When I was already on a college campus. The Army basically sent me to grad school for 2 years, where they basically told me, don't wear a uniform, fit in with your fellow students, get good grades, pass your physical training test when you give it, and be ready to go out dribbling all over here.
It's terribly hot. Whew. That's the first time that was in the lineup, by the way.
I think you need to talk to your production staff.
Yeah, I got to talk to you about a lot of things.
No, they're probably right on the older one questions. I'm just like out of practice. But some people find it easier than others. I thought it'd be a heck of a lot easier than it was, because the Army is a really special organization, not just for wearing the uniform or the mission, but you really work with some great people every day, and the mission's important. You don't really have trouble waking up every morning.
Right.
Well, sometimes you do when your alarm doesn't go off. But the good thing is I work in the Saul Center for Student Opportunity here in Claremont County. I have great coworkers. I got a great boss.
Yeah.
Got a great mission, sending CMC students off, do things over the summer. So it's as close to an environment as I could find initially getting out of the Army. But yeah, it's not easy. But anytime you leave something that's really important to you, I mean, if you had asked me when I was 4 what I wanted to do for a living, I would have told you I would want to be an armor officer in the Army. I became an artillery officer because I was a bad cadet.
Hey,
really bad.
You gotta find your way though.
Yeah, and as it turns out, being a field artillery officer was awesome. I probably got juice all over my chest.
No. You look great.
Do I? Because right out of this Whew.
The good news is,
because I can't count. So what are we on, 3?
This
4?
is number 10. The end is here. You call this one the last dab. I'm gonna put just a little touch just to cap it off. It's like the
well, I'm gonna have to do that.
It's like the icing on the cake there. Yeah, go ahead. The end of the road. Here we are. It's a little thicker, It's not so much like your Louisiana hot sauce. That's all right.
Should we clink?
We probably should.
Yes.
We probably should. Here we go, number 10.
Oh, awesome.
One of my favorites.
It's illegal in 7 states. And the territory of Guam right there. Oh, that's good.
Question number 10. Woo! We kind of touched on it earlier, but what was it about CMC that kept you around? I mean, after ROTC, you chose to stay here and continue to work with this college and your students. And you can talk a little about that.
I mean, I like small liberal colleges. I graduated from one, worked here at another, and I liked the area. And actually, when I first got the job, as a friend of mine who became my boss, and now my boss's boss, basically took me out to lunch and said, "Hey, we have an opening for this position. We don't really know what goes into somebody who would run an internship program, but they probably have to be well organized, know something about the world, be able to set in systems and processes to get students out to be funded." And so that appealed to me, and so I applied for, interviewed, and then got the job. And it was about 2 months after I left the Army. I was planning to just sit on my duff for like 6 months.
Just hang out.
Do nothing, raise a puppy.
Break, yeah.
But it's cool. I mean, the year before I got here, we funded about 115 students, and last year we funded 425. So
quite the jump.
It has been both literally and figuratively sometimes. But we've put some things in place to handle the increased workflow, and we're anticipating a little bit more this year, at least more applications.
Yeah.
So we fund more students.
Yeah, and obviously as people it becomes a more regular thing here, right? People who are coming here out of high school are now knowing about it, and like we talked earlier, they're almost considering that in their decision to come, right? So there's obviously going to be more, I'm assuming, more interest and more applications and all that good stuff that goes along with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's also the Foxes.
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere I've moved, I've always been involved in rugby somehow. And when you get in with a sports club with really awesome, college-age women who just need somebody to coach them. I mean, essentially, they don't really need a coach. They need somebody to kind of hold them back sometimes.
Yeah, you want to get after it.
Yeah, but provide a little bit of direction, and then they go and take it over. But that was important to me as well. I mean, I've lived in places where they didn't need a rugby coach, so I've become a rugby referee. So I've refereed every high school rugby match in El Paso, Texas, for 2 years.
Hey, yo.
Because that's what they needed. I refereed a game 4 days before I got on the plane to go to Iraq, and I refereed a game 3 days after I got off the plane.
That's incredible.
Well, they were happy to see it.
Yeah.
I guess, until I made my first call against them. But yeah, I mean, it's also the local community of Claremont's it's a great place to live.
Yeah.
And this is crazy. I've moved 14 times in 18 years.
Wow.
And now I've lived here in the same place for 8. I'm not
Big
sure.
change.
Big change. Like I can't remember how to disassemble my bed right now.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been since I moved. So.
Well, we're blessed to have you on this campus. As the director of rec and working with the Foxes and all of our club sports, it's awesome to see that team and all of our teams do what they do. And it's always, I would say, it's different with club sports where varsity sports you're recruited sometimes and you're playing. And it's the most organized and it's whatever. But club sports, it really takes a little something else. You're committing to it and you committed to that team. We appreciate.
Well, we try to give them. We try to give them a varsity sport experience, except a club sport. The coaching should be, and they're student athletes. They should expect that. They should expect the best coaching. They should expect the best gear that we can possibly have and the best opportunities.
Yeah.
So we try to provide that. And we get great support from both CMS and I have to say also from Pomona Pitzer Athletics
They
as
are,
well.
in that endeavor, they are hand in hand.
Yeah, and gotta love that.
Yeah. Well, we made it through the 10 wings.
Oh, hold on. I
Uh-oh.
gotta clear the
Oh, yeah. Okay.
clear the deck. I missed one.
Well, now we've cleared the slate here. We made it through 10 wings, 10 sauces. Do you have any parting words for the campuses, for the community? This is your time to shine.
Yeah, this was so easy.
Everyone should do it. Easiest thing there is. It's just wings.
Yeah, it just went.
a little salt on it.
It's a really great thing. I really enjoyed myself. Thanks for
We're
having
enjoyed
me.
having you on. There you have it. Heated Conversations. We've done a thing. We're out.